Spider-Man cartoon theme from the 90s. This is the one I grew up with. One of my favorite shows as a kid, of course, and had just had like a rockin' theme. So this will be pretty much an exercise in just, lead. Not much else going on here other than just like, wicked soloing. It's kind of a cool main riff here that we can just jump into it, and it kind of kicks it all off. Okay, but at the very beginning, there's this kind of like slide part that happens. Okay, and it's just kind of like this intro, dynamic that they threw in there. And basically all it is you come up to the 18 on the D and the G. Okay, so way up here. Okay, and you just hit it, and you just let it slide down for a good 2 measures. Okay, so it'd be something like. Okay, it's just that vibe going on. And then we get into this main riff, the iconic part of the song. We're going to be at 8 on the D. Okay, and we're going to go 8, 6 G, come up to 9 B, okay, and then finish with the 8 B, 7 B. Okay, and we just basically repeat that 7 times. It'll happen kind of a few times in just this intro type section, and then like the drums and stuff will come in, and it'll happen a few more times there. So just be like this. All right, and then we'll get into this new section here where we're doing some bends and what have you. It kind of leads into it by just having this slow bend at the 9 of the B. Okay, and you just kind of slide up to it and bend it, just kind of slow, just. Okay, and now we get into this little riff here. We're going to be at 8 on the G, and we just bend that, bring it down, and then pull it off to 6. Okay, and then we bend 9 on the B, hold it at the peak of the bend, and just give it some vibrato. All right, and then the second half of it, we do that bend, release, pull off to 6 on the G again, from the 8 to 6. And then here we just finish it by hitting 8 on the D. All right, and then we just repeat that whole entire thing twice. All right, and now we get to this little kind of shred part. It was really hard to hear this on the recording because there's all kinds of like sound effects going off from like the cartoon too. So, but best as I could get to it, we have something like this where we're gonna do this really quick pull off on the B. We go 9, 8 to 6. And we just do that twice, really quick. Okay, and it just happens really quick. It's something like that. All right. Okay, and we do that there, and then we just shift up to the G and do the same thing. 9, 8, 6, twice. Okay. All right. And then we finish it off by doing a bend on the 8 of the G, release. Okay, go to 6. Okay, and then we do 8 on the D. Bend the 8 on the G, and then go to 6. Okay. So just put that all together, be something like. All right, and then we would just get back into our quote-unquote main riff a couple times. Okay, do that a couple times. All right, and then we'll get into our last section, which is kind of just like some octave switches on the previous one. But we're going to come all the way up here now on the 16 of the B, and we're going to do the bend there, release, and then to 14 on the B. Okay. Okay, and then we bend the 16 on the E. All right, and then 16B, release to 14, and then just finish on the 13 of the G. Okay. Okay, twice on that whole thing. All right, and then the next part, we come all the way up to 21 on the E. Okay, so count them up right here. Might be a stretch for you on whatever guitar you're playing there, but luckily this one's got a ton of frets. Okay, and we just bend that 3 times. And then just hit it unbent, just 21. And then we do this little scale now. We're going to go down to 18. Okay, and we're going to do pull off 18 to 16 on the E, and then hit 18 on the B. Back to 16 on the E. All right, and then we do a pull off from 18, 16 on the B twice. Okay, hit 18 on the G, back to 16 on the B. All right, and then we bend the 18 on the G to 15 on the G. Okay, so try that slowly now. We're good. All right, and just got to get it up to tempo because this all happens pretty quick. All right, and the last part of it just kind of kicks back into what would normally be the main riff, but here we're just going to do some bends. We just go to 16 on the B, and we just bend that 3 times. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.